My name is Ryan Jackson. I'm Metro Texas' #1 provider of affordable housing, and I'm also #1 trap house buyer in the state of Texas. Today, I'm going to tell you how to roll over a 401k into an IRA so that way we can get your money into my office, or if you're watching this and you're an investor and you want to get your clients' money into your office, I'm going to give you some great things. Anyways, click the like button, click the share button, and most importantly, click the subscribe. Thank you so much. We're talking about your money into my office. So how do we get your money into my office? Well, first of all, if you're an investor and you're trying to find capital, this is a great lesson, so please listen up. It's really easy. First of all, you got to go find money. That's the hard part, of course. You got to go find people with money. There's some untapped resources here because there's a lot of folks out there that have old 401ks. Keyword old, okay? Don't forget the old. If you're working for a Fortune 500 company or a company that has a 401k program and you want to invest into an IRA, you're probably gonna have to go open up a brand new IRA, and there's restrictions for that. You've been investing in your 401k for all this time. Your 401k has grown to a substantial amount. You're wanting to invest into real estate products or real estate notes. Well, if your 401k balance is 50 grand, can you invest into real estate? Yeah, but what's for sale for 50 grand? What can I do with 50 grand? Well, here in Metro Texas, it's kind of hard to buy anything worth a shit for 50 grand. I'm really looking for those accounts that have a couple hundred or 100 plus. That way I can use that money to my real estate deal. So say you're working for this Fortune 500 company and then you all of a sudden, you quit or you retire, you resign or whatever, you get fired, whatever reason is for leaving. The key word is you left, okay? You're no longer working for that company. Well, you still have that 401k. Well, what are your options? You can roll it over into a new 401k and you can continue to manage it through the 401k at your new Fortune 500 company or your new company or wherever you're at. So let's talk about this 401k. Who's a better money manager? You or the dude over at Charles Schwab? You or the dude over at Fidelity? You or the dude over there at, TD Ameritrade? Probably those dudes that are at TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, Raymond James, any of those places, okay? So they're probably a better money manager than you are. Okay, but wait a second. We got a buffoon in the office named Joe Biden. You can trust your money manager as far as you can throw him, but can you trust the buffoon in office? I'm not really trusting the buffoon in office anymore. What I'm trying to say is you can roll these 401ks over to an IRA, but you can roll it into a self-directed IRA versus an IRA with Charles Schwab or any of these other guys. Charles Schwab, TD Ameritrade, Bank of America, or Merrill Lynch, those are my competition. If you're interested in investing in the Wall Street products with a buffoon in office, you need to go talk to those guys. But if you're interested in investing into half price brick in Metro Texas, you give me a call. My phone number is 817-908-1008. Please don't spam me. Just shoot me a text or call me. I'll be glad to talk to you about it. The process of rolling over that 401k is real simple. You call up your 401k company and say, hey, I no longer work here anymore, and I'm interested in rolling this over into an IRA. I want to go ahead and sell all my funds and settle into cash. Okay, so what you just did is you sold all your investments, and now it's settled into cash. Then what you do is you roll that cash over to a self-directed IRA at a self-directed IRA company. A couple of them out there, you probably know Strata Trust. That's a good company to roll over to. Quest Trust Company, you can roll your money over to there. Now that it's at Quest or it's at Strata or one of those providers like that, then what you can do is you can get in touch with my attorney, and we can draft you a deed of trust, some half-price brick in Metro Texas, and then what you do is you wire that money directly to the title company. So it goes from your IRA over to the title company. Now the title company has that money for the benefit of you with your account number, okay? You never pulled your money out. It went from 401k to IRA, IRA to the title company to close out this deal, and the rest of it probably goes into my pocket for rehab. So you never once liquidated your account and took a taxable transaction or a distribution. If you take a distribution, now you're subject to the taxes, and that's a whole different ball game, and we're not going to talk about that right now. Don't just liquidate it and put it in your Wells Fargo bank account or under your mattress, okay? Because that's a taxable event and you're going to get popped, especially if you're under 59 and a half years old. Now you got a 10% penalty plus your ordinary tax rate. It's just going to screw things up, and then you're going to be mad at me. So what you want to do is you want to liquidate into cash and keep it in the 401k account, roll it over to an IRA. We'll call it a trap house IRA. It's funny, laugh. Okay, so then what we can do with that trap house IRA is we can get that money over to title. We get a deed of trust with your IRA for the benefit of your name, your account number. That money is now into my real estate deal. I go and fix it up. I put a renter in there. And then probably what we're going to do is we're going to have some long-term or we're going to have some short-term note in there. If it's a short-term note, we'll get you out in 6 months to a year, whatever we come up to. If it's a long-term note, we're looking at maybe 2 to 5 years based on what your investing strategies are. Some things to take in consideration is a required minimum distribution. I'll let you Google that. RMD 2024. You'll see all that stuff on Google. Don't take this as financial advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about. Sounds good, right, for the camera. But, please don't hold me accountable for making investment strategies. Okay, I really really can't rubber stamp those things. I definitely don't want to get drugged into a courtroom over it. You just liquidate your money, keep it in your account, roll it over to Strata, roll it over to Quest, or roll it over to somebody you trust that's a trust company. You leave it there in cash, and then what you do is you just start loaning it out to your buddies. Yeah, I would love to be your buddy, okay? So then what you do is over to the title company, they put a deed of trust on file, they file it in the county, and if I don't pay you your old 401k, now an IRA can go ahead and start the foreclosure proceedings, and then your IRA would own that asset, or they would auction it off at the county auction on the first Tuesday here in Texas. And then if you get outbid, that's probably the best thing for you. You get outbid because you can't bid against the crowd. And then whoever in the crowd outbids you wins that auction, and then they have to pay the attorney, puts it back into your IRA, and then now your money's back in your IRA. It's a way better investing strategy, in my personal opinion, versus putting it into Elon or Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos or any of these guys that you don't really necessarily know what they're doing with your money. Sounds good, doesn't work. I'm just kidding, I don't know. But hey, Wall Street's a bumpy ride. Real estate can be a bumpy ride too. If it's protected by half price brick in Metro Texas with 13,000 people crossing the border every single day needing housing, I mean, this is a no-brainer. Do you want to put it in Tesla, or do you want to put it in Jeff Bezos' Amazon? I mean, they're pretty good stocks, I guess. I mean, don't take that as a rubber stamp on it. What happens if they go belly up versus what happens if I go belly up or I get found dead? If I get found dead or I'm belly up, face down in the Rio Grande, you're still protected by that deed of trust. You call the attorney up that wrote it, say, hey, we need to foreclose, the guy's dead. Call the family or whatever and get it straightened out. In the event that your borrower doesn't perform, just file for foreclosure, take that property back, auction it off with the county, get your money back, go back to Wall Street. I'm Ryan Jackson. I'm Metro Texas' #1 trap house buyer. I'm Metro Texas' #1 provider of affordable housing. I would love to get your money into my office so we can buy some real estate in the state of Texas, and I can pay you a handsome return. Click like, click share, and most importantly, click subscribe. The rent's due, baby.